be resolved with the 1 cent solution. Financial planner Stewart Welch joins us today to talk a little bit about it. It's good to see you.
Good morning.
Thanks for being
Rick,
with
how
us
you
today.
doing?
I'm doing well. Okay, this all deals with concerns and constant debate out of Washington dealing with the deficit.
Yes, it does. As a matter of fact, the S&P Standard & Poor's came out. They're one of the top rating agencies, and they issued a warning that they think it's a 30% chance that they will issue a downgrade on U.S. debt within the next 2 years.
And a lot of folks said that was a message saying that there was no confidence in whether Washington working out something on this debt limit that's coming up in the coming days as well.
That's exactly right, and that would be devastating. The U.S. has always enjoyed AAA rating. If that were ever to get downgraded, it would have a ripple effect that would just be huge.
Okay, there are lots of conversations out there about how to reduce the deficit. Some say remove the Bush-era tax cuts, and that will handle the deficit issue in and of itself. Others say cut spending, but a lot of folks say nobody's willing to touch Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, defense. That's where all the money basically is when you compare it to the rest of the federal government. You say there's another solution that's out there.
There's a solution. So this group came out with the 1 cent solution, and essentially what they're saying is, here's a great example. Rick, if you came to me and said, Stewart, I'm up to my eyeballs in debt, and I'm about to face bankruptcy, and I told you you could solve your problem by cutting your spending 1%, what would you say?
I'd say it doesn't sound like that would make it.
Well, you just say I can do that.
Yeah, you can do that, but it just doesn't seem. And I guess that's the thing is when you talk about this, it really does seem like it's a very tiny amount to really address this.
Well, and you know they've done all the math related to this, and the first thing is it's bipartisan. They've had like a 90% approval rating among Democrats, Republicans, and Independents. And essentially, here's what it says. It says, in order to solve the problem, the first thing you got to do is stop the bleeding. So right now we're bleeding. We're going into debt, 1.3 trillion a year. That's on top of 14 trillion that we're already in debt. And what they're saying is if you can cut spending 1% a year by 2018, you'll have a balanced budget, and you will have cut the deficit by $2.8 trillion. And so that's the whole concept.
That's the whole idea. Now, they've got a 1centsolution.org is the site where they kind of explain how this all works.
And listen, they're looking for support. They're looking for grassroots supports. They're already getting it. So if you'd like to go to 1centsolution.org, you can sign a petition. They're trying to get 1 million signatures and take it to Congress.
All right. Stewart Welch, always good to see you. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks, Rick.
Airstrikes on Muammar Gaddafi's